Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Legend of Vox Machina. I am one of your hosts, Tom, and this is
Storm. Hi, everyone. Tom is William Shatner, just to let you know. I told
very
him
bad impersonation.
we just improvised, and I just threw it at him, and I'm like, be William Shatner.
That was horrible. That was a very horrible impersonation of William Shatner.
And Tom loves Star Trek. He loves, William Shatner. I do too. I don't know a lot about Star Trek. I mean, we watch
It's
some
in
of the newer
space.
movies. It's in space. But Tom and our oldest brother, Freddie, love Star Trek, so... I know you weren't trying to be disrespectful. You really love William Shatner. He's amazing. But we're going to be watching The Legend of Vox Machina today, so welcome back, everyone. We're going to be watching episode 9, not looking at the title. Last episode was very intense, but the show always is, and we're hoping that Pike
No.
ends up back with her group soon, because she has to accept herself. And I think the Everlight will come back and be even stronger for her. And I think they really do need her to help fight off the Briarwoods because
I think she's going to be a lot stronger once she, gets over her ordeal with whatever's holding her back.
You're trying to say horror a lot like Scanlan. There's a horde.
Horde,
No, it's
horde.
a horde of zombies coming. I love that. I love that. The dialogue is always great, and Grog, the timing is always perfect, where when we're introduced to something that is kind of familiar to us, but it's different, like when they were looking at that map before, and he's like, oh, is this a connect the dots game or something? So it's cute, because, how all the characters are established. Grog, we know how he is like, and how he's very innocent in a lot of ways, and he just kind of opens that up for us so there's no questions, and then the characters respond to him like, oh, this is what this is, Grog, and, so I just love the timing there where we know Grog's going to say something funny to help us understand what's going on. It's great.
But speaking of that map, though, what do you think the purpose of that star chart is?
I mean, maybe something to do with the sun tree, maybe to do with taking the darkness out of there. Maybe it's something to do with her culture.
Well, it says it was something to do with the solstice coming up because it was a map of the certain alignment of all the stars and whatnot. But I wonder if it's the winter solstice or the summer solstice.
They probably mentioned that. I don't recall which one, but
I don't. I think they just said solstice. They didn't say which one. They just said it was in 5 days. Mm-hmm. But I'm assuming since it's not that cold out, it doesn't seem to be that cold out. It's probably the summer solstice.
But who knows too? Depending on their location. Firebenders will be more
powerful.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that powers align, that the Briarwoods are going to be at their most powerful moment, which is not good, and maybe putting up that threat before with killing that family and making them look like the Vox Machina group. I mean, it seems like, they're saying stay away, of course, so they're a little worried that they can cause disruptions.
Well, I think they're a little bit more than, I think they're a little more than a little worried. I mean, to go through all that trouble to find people to match their description, to hang them as a warning.
Oh, that's a lot of effort.
That's going way out of your way to make a point.
Yeah. No, that's true. So I'm just seeing it because the Briarwoods are so calm and they seem so confident that we don't really see much of them worrying, but that's a way to worry, to actually go through that effort to show stay away. So I think, the solstice is probably going to bring even more power, and maybe not just with the Briarwoods, maybe even with Keyleth, because we did mention during the reaction last time with Grog, when he was fighting everyone, when he was under the Silver Tongue control, that, yes, he is the strongest, but power-wise, strength-wise, yes, but power-wise, it was harder for his friends because they all love him. Like, he is family to them, so not being able to cause harm, to defend themselves,
well, that's what he was...
that was hard. But I think Keyleth is actually probably the most powerful because everything seems mainly beautiful with her. But, even who said it? Vex said, like, oh, wow, you are so, like, I'm impressed or something. So I was like, yeah, sometimes it takes a while for her power to take effect. But heck, she freaking saved Cassandra. She has amazing abilities here.
It still seems like well, with her, she's still trying to learn all this because she always has that iffiness to her where she's not sure if something's going to work. Like when she's trying to save Cassandra,
Yeah.
she's like, please work, please work, please work. You know, so I think with her, she has a lot of room to grow.
Yeah.
Definitely with Pike has a lot of room to grow, especially if she gets through this, little, episode she's going through.
Yeah.
So I think the two of them will be, big contenders down the road because right now, as we see our group, I don't think our group as they are can stand up against the Briarwoods.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're pretty powerful people, and
I think they're all going to end up
physically
killing each other. Yeah, I think they definitely need Pike there as well.
Well, I mean, if Professor Anders just took him over with just his silver tongue, and he's kind of low on the chain.
He was gifted that power. Yeah,
exactly.
Them, right?
He was gifted that. So to me, I don't think that they can stand a chance against them on their own as they stand.
As great as they are so far, I agree. Like, they need everyone to go against the Briarwoods. I totally agree.
Well, I mean, he possessed all of them except for Percy, and just in one shot.
Yeah, and he probably could do Percy too, but he didn't want to. I think he did that because he wanted revenge.
He wanted Percy to suffer and have probably a slow death by his own friends.
Which was a great weakness because if he controlled Percy, then no one would be able to resist. So that was actually good because then he was able to calculate the shot. Excuse me, I wanted to rewind back to Keyleth resurrecting and saving, because I don't know if Cassandra fully died there, but she looked dead, and she brought her back.
She looked pretty gone.
Yeah, that moment was great. I loved it because it was so tragic and I felt so bad for Keyleth, and I started to believe, because sometimes we have those bluffs on movies and stuff where it's like, oh, so-and-so died, but they'll come back, and you kind of have it in your mind that that person will come back like a Disney film or something. But I had a moment of like, holy crap, maybe she won't come back, but she tried her hardest because no one's perfect. And not saying Keyleth is perfect, but I'm like, maybe she won't get that, spell exact the first time or something. But how it went from like tragic to complete humor was like great. How she was like, so I love that so much. Anyways, I always talk about how great the show is. Should we just get into it?
Yeah. Well, the one thing I want to say about Cassandra reminds me of Sabine a little bit.
Short hair?
Just the way, short hair and just the way her face is kind of done a little bit.
I can sort of see that. I'm not really, like, besides like the short hair, but can you imagine if they were like the same voice actor? It doesn't sound like her, but
no, I don't think it is her.
Yeah, and we are enjoying Star Wars Rebels a lot. Like, we love that show, and most of we're mainly blind to everything that we watch, especially Mom and Kim, because they never watched movies or shows before the channel, really, like anything. So it's been great. But shall we, Tom?
Rebels is good. Yeah, let's do it.
Rebels is good. All right, so 109 on Amazon. That's Silas.
Is it Xanatos?
Yeah.
His fate lies with the gods.
I'm gonna get an origin story.
Liar! Silas, please, hold on.
They look like regular humans.
Yeah,
at this
they
point.
do.
This is not the end.
Maybe he was bit already and he's gonna turn into a vampire here.
She kind of looks like Azula in that picture.
Yeah. I love the style of the animation.
Is that the book that they stole a while back?
Mm-hmm. It's like the Darkhold. Ooh. Ooh. It's like, back away slowly. So she did this to him?
But it gave him darkness.
I feel better. Different.
See? The reflection. Rah.
I should be down there fighting.
No. We've not come this far to have our plans spoiled.
That is so terrible. My God. Are they going to open their eyes because they're dead? Yep.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Holy shit.
Just them swearing is funny.
Aren't these things supposed to be slow?
You would think.
She's always saving him. It's cute.
Thanks, Kiki.
Kiki! Oh! Oh, go Cassandra.
Coming through! Everyone, follow Grog!
Follow Grog.
Yeah. Battering ram.
They say follow Grog, not get behind, not get in front of him.
Yeah.
People live.
Do you hear that?
Oh.
Thank the Dawn Father. You made it.
Charlie.
Charlie!
I saw your message in the sky.
Thanks for keeping me from becoming zombie kibble.
Oh, no problem. You probably would have been fine.
You're so cute.
I wouldn't.
Awkward.
Stuck in a death trap,
they're
no way
cute.
out. Zombies always eat the little guy first. They know how delectable I am. Ah!
Get a hold of yourself.
Hey, you know, it's kind of hot, but
Don't go near the wall. Oh no!
Oh, you got bit.
Hopefully this is not a Walking Dead thing.
Hold still, you twerp. I don't want to stab you.
Ew, his head's gone. Whatever.
Or whatever.
Close.
Give me my arm.
And you still have your arm.
Is you're going for the head.
Yeah.
In fact, we make a pretty good team.
No, we can always take one. See how horrifying it is. Oh no, there's a couple. Oh. Ew. Yeah, it's gonna infect him, isn't it?
Pike. This is way beyond me. Necrosis.
Hey, Scanman, you want me to whack it off?
you may have to if I lose it.
Okay, hold still.
You're gonna have to kill this.
Last resort.
Forever. Why did I say that?
Because you're nervous. There he is. Hopefully it works. It's a really big freaking gun.
Holy shit! Hey, do that again.
Wish I could. Sadly, it's still a work in progress.
You and I have unfinished business.
Perhaps you are confused. We gnomes all look alike, don't you know?
You
On second glance, I do recognize lightning.
Did you see that from his penis? Thanks. No. Okay, good. Ooh. Thanks,
You
friend.
and me. Although, I did keep a smelly son of a cook from being executed.
That was you. I remember some gangly twat yapping at me through the bars.
Oh, Scanlan's in trouble again. Yeah. Oh, he's gonna witness it. He's gonna witness. Oh no!
Oh shit.
That was so fast.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, this poor guy. Oh.
Shit. He's gone, Percy. Come on.
Jeez. He's gonna lose
Save
focus now.
Scanlan. Yeah. What does that do to her? Wow.
Well, it sounds like it hurts.
Yeah.
Kiki, have I mentioned you're amazing?
Yes, yes, she's the tits. We still have to go.
Is she the tits? Oh God. It's...
Archie.
Yours wasn't the only life shattered that day. We're all here. The time is now. No one else can do this.
I am Lord Percival Frederick Stein von Musel Koloski de Rollo III.
Ooh.
On the day the Briarwoods took Whitestone, but Archie never feared, never wavered. He willingly gave his life for all of us. Today is for Archie, for the de Rollos, for Whitestone!
There you go. Uh-oh. God, all these people are gonna try to fight these things too.
So those big ones are the ones you have to worry about.
First to go.
Damn it.
Oh,
Come on, Pike.
performance.
You know I'm in love with you, right?
Not great timing, but...
Wait, what? Now? I mean, this is like the worst time!
Oh, God. Pike.
That Pike, yeah.
Sweet! Nice entrance.
She cut him in half.
Yeah.
Sup?
Sup? She took out everybody!
You look like an angel.
Okay. Oh, yeah, fix that. No problem.
Marry me?
Okay, let's do it. Right now.
Wait, what? What, seriously?
It's good to see you too, Scanlan. Hey, everyone. I'm...
Aw.
So much.
Astral projection.
Your ass what?
I'm here, buddy, but my body is back at the temple. After we murder these unholy fucks.
So, she accepted herself.
And this is a projection, and she's able to do all
Exactly, yeah.
that. Jaw fell off.
Wow. Love it.
This has got
She's worthy.
They've left us.
Oh, that's that mark she cut into herself.
No, no. Hand.
The legend's back! Oh, yes, he's back!
He was so excited.
You got him by the head.
Ooh, nice.
Mine fell first.
It's like Lord of the Rings. It's running away?
Ooh, not anymore.
Ha!
Congratulations, Vampire.
Ew.
Piece by piece.
Yeah. Was she giving everyone an upgrade?
May your weapons strike with the divine virtue of the Everlight. Now go crush some fucking heads!
Oh!
Ooh, jeez.
It's gonna be like half a body or something. Nope, it's a soul body.
I wish I could go back and do things differently.
I know.
Might be a trap.
Are you friend or foe?
Foe of Delilah and Silas, at
Ooh.
least.
I think she might be true, but...
Oh, but
wait.
She's on his list?
This is the only freedom I offer you.
Holy crap. Boom. Ah!
Oh, so what happened?
Man! Okay, so what's your theory there? Or the music, is that Scanlan?
It
Kind
could
of sounds
be.
like him. Beautiful voice. That's a nice song. Trickfoot. That was a song for Trickfoot. That was the song for Pike. That was pretty neat.
Chirp.
I love that chirp. So what is your theory at the end there?
So I'm wondering if she's the type of person who is like a survivalist where like she'll double cross somebody to, you know, keep herself alive.
Yeah.
So maybe she is truly enemy of the Briarwoods, but reason why she's in the dungeon for. But I have a feeling that she might have double crossed Percy's family at one point too. Maybe that's why he's, you know, getting rid of the killer. It looks like.
Yeah, because I think she's definitely part of the list for him to just react that way. And immediately I'm judging her because the way she sounded, she didn't sound genuine where she was like, oh, I want to get back.
Artist.
Yeah, and, you know, for Delilah to tell Silas that, okay, well, we have to put our plans in motion. And he's like, it's too soon. Well, I have no choice. I have to. They're aware that Vox Machina is coming, even more so. So I feel like they'll have their guard up. Yeah, that they'll have their guard up everywhere close to them. And, not just stay at their current location. So they're probably like, okay, what will they do to try to get to us? And so that probably, I'm thinking, is one of Delilah's traps, where I thought for a second, even with her hand missing, the woman in the jail, I kind of thought like, she might be Delilah, who changed herself or something just to be a pawn, or
I don't think it's Delilah.
She possessed someone. So now I don't think it is. And especially since Percy walked up to her and is ready to kill her. So that's going to become a problem, because say if that wasn't Delilah's doing and she wasn't a pawn, and she's just someone that wronged Percy's family and they really could use her to get to the Briarwoods, that's going to be a conflict of interest, because now he's taking out his list and not using an advantage that the whole group needs to get to the Briarwoods.
Well, see, that's probably the double-edged sword there, because I don't think that she's going to die right away, because they just introduced her and we don't even know who she is yet. Mm-hmm. But I think you're right, though. I think that I think she's a con artist, where she's on Percy's list because she might have backstabbed him back in the day, but she's also she's in the dungeon. I think she's in there legitimately, but she hasn't been in there for that long, because she doesn't look like she's all. She looks kind of fairly clean for being in the dungeon for a while.
I do have to say, right when you started saying that, her arm was missing and stuff. I mean, I don't think the Briarwoods would care about people that are in the cells or in the dungeons. So I'm kind of like, did she eat her own hand to survive? Like, who knows what she's doing? Because we have a lot of fluid in her bodies too. So even though she's not drinking water, if she's even getting any, maybe she's eating herself to survive. Okay, I'm just going to go there. Who knows if that's even a thing?
Well, going back to what you just said too about the Briarwoods don't really care about anybody. You think they'd actually take a prisoner?
They might have. Oh yeah, you know what? Because they've been in control of that place for a very long time. So there would be a lot more missing unless there was other. Wasn't
Archibald in prison at one point and they had to break him out?
Yeah. So you're right. So maybe
they do have prisoners. So
yeah, and they do take care of them to a certain extent at least. So. But yeah, I'm curious what her story is, and did Percy actually kill her there, or did someone stop him before he? I
think somebody. I don't think he's just going to blow her away before anything even happens, because we don't know anything about her. Well, I know, but I think someone's going to stop him, and I think it's going to be Pike.
Pike, or I'm thinking Vex. I don't know, because she's close to him too, and I think she'll be the quickest to react to it. And I have to.
Percy's pretty quick though.
Yeah, he is.
So I think the Everlight can maybe move quicker than him.
Probably.
That's what I'm thinking.
I love Pike's entrance. That was incredible. And as we said, she was a projection of herself. She was physically kind of still there.
She did all that.
Yeah, all that from afar.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Remember I was saying, once she finds herself, she's going to get a lot more powerful.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
And this is cool. And she's still in the learning stage of what she can do. So I think she's still going to get even more powerful.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, especially when she's physically there. Who knows what she can do? And she upgraded everyone's weapons. She demolished most of the threat there, and then upgraded all of our, rebels and stuff to fight back. So that was really amazing to see. And her just making it seem like it was nothing, like it was well executed, where she's like, let's show these effers, or whatever she said, just going to their fun friend level of dialogue to kick.
Well, she's back to being herself, and she's a more confident version of herself.
Which is
because the first few episodes we saw her, she was kind of shaky,
Yeah.
But now she seems more confident, and she is who she is.
Which is wonderful to see. And she even stood up to Scanlan, where they were both kind of, fumbling with each other a lot. And here, like, Scanlan's like, marry me. And she's like, okay, sure, let's do it now or whatever. So before, she probably wouldn't have ever said that. So she fully came into, like, herself with confidence and, going right back at him to the point where he's, like, tripping over his words. And then she just, like, punches his shoulder. I'm just kidding. So that was kind of neat to see. But just to see her powers was phenomenal.
Well, she was able to upgrade the weapons. She was able to devastate all of the zombies, and she was able to heal Scanlan.
Yeah, and it was quick
afar.
too. Like, seeing that wound, she was just like, okay. I do want to bring up, which I know there will probably be some kind of explanation, but Keyleth was able to save Cassandra, and she had her throat slit. Like, she was dying, or she was dead. And here she couldn't help Scanlan. She goes, that's beyond me. That's Pike's doing. So the magic must be, I know it's different, but there's something there that's...
She brought back someone from death. She healed a wound. Being bitten by a zombie is more of especially a zombie that was brought back, via magical, purposes.
Yeah.
It's more of like a magical infection, I guess I want to say.
Or
it's a dark magic
something.
infection. Yeah.
Yeah. So I know there's some explanation in that.
I think that's why. I mean, it was dark magic that caused it.
Yeah.
But
I'm happy she was able to heal that quick. That was amazing.
What about her and Vex? I think I know I'm in love with you, right?
Oh, Akila, yes,
Akila and Vex.
Kiki, I just love that because that was a nickname we heard before, but I forgot what the nickname was. So that's really cute, and we're seeing more and more of that. And I was hoping that there'd be more of a build up, yeah. And it was really subtle at first, but then we're seeing more and more of their interactions, and I think it's so adorable. I love that, and it was perfect on how it was like all romantic, and then she's like, "Of all times, why now?" But
yeah, she started falling for it, and she snapped out of it.
Yeah, she was just so annoyed. But
well, I like how
adorable. I love it.
Several episodes ago, you see like a little interaction, and you see kind of like a little awkwardness between them.
Yeah, but it's not like a bad awkward. It's like that adorable awkward where you can tell
like the shyness. It's like the shyness.
The shyness, but they don't always they walk away sometimes, but they kind of just like still stay with each other and they just look around. So it's like they're both comfortable with the awkwardness. I think they're really adorable. I love it, and I think it was funny on how he did reveal his feelings. I didn't think he was going to come right out and say it this episode, but I kind of thought soon we would hear something. But that was great during that moment, and then after that, we hear nothing. There's just too much going on, so everything's like just, it never happened. What happened?
So I'm curious as to what's going to happen with that relationship.
I know, and his sister seems, still a little bit annoyed, but I think over time she will be okay with it because they work so well as a team, and we don't really see them interact so much, Vex and Keyleth, so maybe we'll see more of that, and maybe they'll start bonding more and realize that
I agree,
she's not losing her brother.
But maybe with Vex falling for Keyleth, maybe Keyleth will actually start using that emotion to help her with her power.
And just to say, because I know sometimes we get the names confused here, but Vax is the male, Vex is the female. Was I saying Vax? I'm sorry if I said it wrong, guys. You know who I mean. So
we have
Vax,
a habit of butchering names.
I don't think I did, but I could have switched it around. But yeah, so sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I think once Keyleth starts realizing her feelings, and I think she does, but when she starts, falling for Vax,
yeah,
then I think she might be able to use her emotions to help her powers grow better.
Yeah.
Especially if she has the confidence in those emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like how Pike is doing with hers. She's being more confident with herself.
Yeah.
And it's helping her, grow as a person and with her Everlight. Yeah. And I think Keyleth's gonna be the same way, but with her emotions, being love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because protection, and when she used that power against all those zombies, and you saw the ice come out, and it got stronger and stronger and bigger. And when she was asked, like, okay, well, how'd you do that? And she's like, I don't know. And she used a lot of emotion inside of her, so like love, compassion, protection. Like I think all of that is her. Her strong power, and I feel like we're going to see even more because we've seen these great abilities that she can do, and it's a bit slower and intense when it happens, but I feel like she's going to be like Pike as well, like different powers, but come into her own, get confident, and she's going to be unstoppable.
Well, I mean, look at the ice that she created.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she kind of froze her hands when she was done, but she didn't know where that came from. But I think she had some strong emotions behind that.
Yeah.
Because she thought that everybody was going to die.
And like you said, it was like painful. It sounded painful. So, everything that we see, it's not easy to do. It shows that there is a lot of strength and pain.
There's sacrifice
behind.
there's sacrifice behind it.
So it's good to see that. But I do love like learning the characters and learning their powers and how different they all are. But they work so well together.
I like the subtle innuendos that Scanlan does, like when
it's always funny.
God offered to, you want me to whack it off for you? He goes,
he's like, you might have to. No, because he like almost like drags, like so literal too with everything. So, but yeah, like that was so freaking hilarious. And with Grog with Vax, when he got so excited and whatever Vax said to him, and he was like, or Grog yelled at him like, throw me or whatever he said, and then when Vax agreed, and you just see Grog really quick, and he goes, remember how excited he got? And he was like so excited he was gonna get thrown. I love that whole scene.
Oh, you mean when Scanlan threw him?
Oh, wait, Scanlan threw him. I'm sorry. Yeah, I thought it was. Because
he grabbed him by the head and then he picked him up and threw him.
Yes, that's right. Yes, the purple hand did it. So Scanlan, and then Vax jumped up and attacked the other one around that time. So that's what I was saying.
And then
yes, exactly.
Vax dropped his giant before Grog did.
Yeah, and that was kind of like a Gimli and Legolas moment, when they were like, oh, I killed this many, and I killed this many.
Oh, yeah, when they're in the competition?
Yeah, I totally think that was a subtle, little hint towards that, which was fun.
Kind of seemed like it.
Yeah, great show. I loved it, and I can't wait to see the next episode.
But on another note, too, it was also sad to see Archibald get killed.
That was a huge one. Thank you for bringing that up. Archer, last episode we said his full name, but Archer, like Archie. Archie. And that was terrible to see. And honestly, I didn't want to say anything. Sometimes I spew out stuff when I'm blind to something because I get nervous. But when they were having kind of that heart-to-heart while fighting together, and Archie was like, just like the old times we used to fight together. And I was kind of like, wow, there's a lot of dialogue going on there. So I feel like something bad's going to happen. But he went to save Scanlan, and I'm like, is he going to die? And I didn't think he got cut in half. I thought we were going to see him get tortured.
It always seems like a lot of shows like this that have, a lot of where anybody could die at any moment. Mm-hmm. Whenever they start like having this weird bond or a reminiscing kind of bond, that's when somebody there is going to die. That's what it seems like anyway.
Not always, but this isn't so predictable, but certain hints like that. But that's great storytelling though, because then you get all that information you need to really feel more for that person or people. And
as soon as I saw him step in to save Scanlan, I'm like, he's done. Yeah. I mean, that guy's just too powerful to. Scanlan could barely get away.
I mean, and look how small he is, like Archer. Archie. He just goes in and he just like starts attacking. Like he's so brave, and he would.
He did what he wanted to. He did what he was going to do. He saved Scanlan. Mm-hmm. He gave him the time just enough to get away.
Yeah, so he's very brave.
Cost him his life, but
very heroic. And I mean that was a serious death.
But he did without thinking too.
Maybe Pike can save him, but no, he was gone. There was no way.
But I mean, if someone's gonna die, especially in fighting, I'd rather see someone go down fighting rather than being just killed needlessly by surprise or something.
By surprise, like in the back or something. That would be
at least he did. He went out defending Whitestone.
Me. No, he defended Whitestone, and he did it in front of everyone, and it was a heroic death. It was terrible, but so again, you feel the impact of these characters, and we didn't know Archie for that long, so that was pretty impactful. And Percy just seeing this death all around him, and to step up and speak to the people, and Cassandra going through everything she went through since she's been under the Briarwood's control. Like, she doesn't have any power like that, and she's a great advisor for him to be
once all this is over.
Yeah.
I don't see Percy sitting on the throne again.
I don't either.
If anything, I think that he's going to pass it on to Cassandra.
And maybe they'll start looking up to her now that they see her with him and things are getting better and they're defending the people. Yeah, well, maybe down the road.
She mentioned that they don't trust me because I was living with the Briarwoods for so long. But
exactly, yeah.
I think if they find out that she was the one who was given intel to the rebels, that, they might say, well, hey, you were helping us.
That's a good point.
So I can see him passing off the throne to her to rebuild Whitestone.
Once they take it back.
Yeah, once they take it back, and then him going off with the group. And
yeah, because I cannot see him sitting on the throne. Like, that's not his destiny, and he has his trouble with whatever demon he made a pact with on this list. So there's still that to take care of too. So
and also, I mean, we don't know if Pike left the group for a while to deal with her issues. He might stay behind and help her rebuild Whitestone for a little bit before he comes back to the group.
He might.
So I think there's a couple different options.
That would be better, I think, because
I don't think he'd just leave her with everything in disarray, just to say, okay, have fun fixing it up. See you later. Call me if you need me.
I know, right? Yeah, you're right. So I think he will stay. But again, there's a lot we have to figure out with his power still, and if that's going to play a part in it. Is he going to...
I'm sure it is.
Once he kills this lady, if he does kill her right away, how many more people does he have left in his list? And is he going to accomplish that in this mission alone? Because that's where they're...
Well, yeah, because she's got to be on the list, because he didn't kill the Duke because he wasn't on the list. He just shot him in the leg and let everybody else kill him. Mm-hmm. So I think she's on the list. So, but I think that's a...
and probably the Briarwoods, so they're probably
I'm sure one for each of the Briarwoods and then her. Yeah, that would be 6 right there.
Mm-hmm. So then I think that's going to be an issue after he accomplishes that. So we'll find out. So I think we'll end it there. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. We're trying to reach 200,000 subscribers, and we'll see you very soon, as always. Bye, guys.
Bye.